Hi, I'm Bart Verginsven. I'm the founder and managing director of SP Management Development. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, besides structuring your coaching conversations, the three most important tools for coaching are active listening, questioning, and giving feedback. Today, as part of my series on how to coach my staff, I will talk about questioning, and more specifically about questions that are not helpful in a coaching conversation. In my next video, I will talk about the helpful or powerful questions in a coaching conversation. Have you had that experience that someone seems to ask all the right questions in a conversation with you? How does that make you feel? It makes me feel acknowledged, taken serious. Someone shows real interest in me. These people are listening to me and they ask questions that make me tell more. And my story is the focal point. Smart managers say smart things, but really smart managers ask smart questions. Some of the effects on people when you ask them the right questions are the other person will talk and open up more. Another effect is the thought process will be challenged and it will become more defined. And it will open new ways of looking at things. Now, we talk about smart questions. So this implicates that there are also not so smart questions. Well, when we talk about coaching and questioning, there are questions that will not help your employee to learn. For example, the so-called closed questions. Closed questions are short, to the point questions that don't require a lot of thought or explanation. Often, they can be answered with just one or two words. Some examples of closed questions are: did you finish that report? Who was in the meeting? When did the client stop by? Did you try my suggestion? So let's have a look at a common situation where only closed questions are asked. Hey Bob, you went to Maldives for holiday. Yes. How many days did you stay there? 10 days. After you landed, did you go by boat or waterplane to your island? By boat. Okay. How long did that take? About 2 hours. Was the resort okay? Yes, very nice. The food is normally very good in those resorts, don't you think? Yes, it is. Did you go for scuba diving? Yeah, I did. Did you see sharks? Many. So Frank is leading the conversation. All questions are closed-ended questions. You could say that he actually is not so interested in Bob's story. He just wants answers for what he is interested in. Closed questions are a result of the thinking process in your head. One of the side effects of asking closed questions is that the pressure of asking the next question is on you. As a coaching manager, you want to avoid this. After a one-word answer, your employee will wait for you to ask the next question. So you are thinking and the employee is just waiting. It should be the other way around. So try not to ask closed questions. Another example of closed questions in a coaching conversation are leading questions. Leading questions are questions that are asked to lead someone to a certain conclusion or insight. They are put in such a way that implies a required answer within the question. In other words, you are putting words in the employee's mouth. Think about police interrogations or cross-examinations by lawyers in court, or certain surveys or sales. Those questions can be perceived by the other as manipulative and dishonest. To give you a few examples, I think this option is the best, don't you think? Would you prefer to live in A or in B, where the crime rate is very low? Having a solid insurance plan is important, don't you think? Comparing to other products, our products does give you more options, don't you think so? If you are asking a lot of closed or leading questions, you will extract very little information from your employee. you are not stimulating the thinking of your employee or help them to explore their own options for moving forward. Another example of not so helpful questions is when you ask frequently why questions. Those types of questions can leave others feeling defensive and can damage feelings of trust and openness between you and your employees. Now, you will ask why questions sometimes, especially in the beginning. That's okay. However, when you ask a why question, make sure you are aware of how you say it. Also, try to avoid asking multiple questions. A multiple question is one in which you ask more than one question at once. For example, what happened and when? How did it make you feel? That are 3 questions in one. You might confuse the employee. They might feel rushed to answer all questions at once and they don't take the time to overthink the answers. So try to avoid asking multiple questions. When coaching managers are helping an employee address a problem-solving moment, open-ended questions are the best way to guide, rather than telling or asking a closed question. So in my next video, I will talk about open questions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. You can leave your comments below.